Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Rishi TCG here, back with the yeah, I think this is part 5 actually. Fuck. Part 5 of the Rob Lucci guide, and in this video we're going to be going over the one of the last matchups in the matchup videos. The last video will be on Teach, and that will be coming out tomorrow or Sunday. I actually do have some things to do tomorrow, so maybe I will miss one upload this week. But let's get straight into it without wasting any time. So, let's go over here. So, the matchup overview. This matchup's favored for Rob Lucci, and it relies on them drawing poorly, or not us drawing poorly, basically not seeing the answer to clear their bodies. So the turn order, we're going to want to pick first, so we're going to have more time because Purple Luffy wants to go first because they're going to ramp. So they like to, take life early. And since they like to take a life early, this matchup shouldn't be that hard in lethaling them down, because you get that early swing in usually on 3 Dawn, and then if they don't guard out of that, they're taking another life, so they'll go down to 3 that following turn of 4 Dawn. So turn order, yeah, just said we're gonna go first, and the mulligan priority from both sides. Jack is going to okay, I don't know why it says Jack is good here, so it's because I use the templates for slides, I guess. But the mulligan here, we're going to be looking for an answer for a body similar to how you might want a, Ice Age Lucci into the BY matchup if you watch that video. In this matchup, we're going to want those answers to their early 5 cost and 6 cost units, as well as that 7 cost Luffy that spawns a 5 cost. So having Ice Age is probably one of the best cards in this matchup, but you also need to combo that with something. So a Who's Who, a Brook, or a Lucci. It's just anything that can KO a body. So let's go over some general guidelines, and then we'll get into a quick gameplay video. This video won't be as longer just because this is an easier matchup, but it still should be informative if you are struggling with this matchup, and it can be a little bit confusing if you don't understand what's going on. So the general rules is if your hand's bad, you should just take the life, because if you don't have the answer to KO one of their bodies, you're gonna need that. Your main goal is to find answers to their bodies, so looking for cards like Lucci Ice Age or Lucci Brook or Rebecca Ice Age, Rebecca's Ice Age, Rebecca Spandine, and you're gonna see what I mean in a second in the video. And then sort of the general rules we got. So the general rules are that you want to know when Purple Luffy is ramping to certain dawns, and what cards they have available to them. So actually, if I get a second, we can look real quick at a Purple Luffy list as well as the dawns, and that should be a little bit more informative, because some of you guys don't know what's in a Purple Luffy list, and I encourage y'all to research the list you're playing against, and that will really help you as a Lucci player understand what's going on in the matchups, and how things are playing out and what you need to react to, right? So if I can just pull up, let's look at P Luffy right here, and let's see if it pulls up yet. So we'll go to P Luffy. Okay, so we can see that what I'm talking about is their early units are Bon Clay, Kid. These are not as I think Bon Clay is pretty common. You should get rid of it. You're just clearing anybody. We got the really thing that I'm talking about is the Sangoro and the Zoro Juro, and where's the Luffy? The 7 cost Luffy, because these will spawn bodies that are gonna swing at you and be threats, and if you don't get on top of the board cleaning aspect of it, you're gonna fail in that aspect. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so when they go first, the dawns are gonna be 1 to 4 and 4 to 7, so keep that in mind. So they're gonna be able to play that Luffy on that 7 dawn turn, always on that 3rd turn, so just keep in mind. But the difference here is that we're gonna be at 5 dawn when we go we're gonna because if they go I'm trying to explain this. This is our first turn. This is second turn. So we would be at 3 over here, right? But if we're going second, we would be at what? If this is their second turn. Okay, so if we're going second, this would be their second turn, 4 Dawn, while we're just had gone to 2. And then if we go to then the next turn we'll go to is 6 Dawn, right? And then they'll go to 7. So we'll have so they'll get to play their 5 costs that turn right here, or their 4 costs right here, and we'll only have, I think it's not enough Dawn respond to it. I got a little confused about it. But basically what I'm trying to say is just keep in mind of what they're going to play and realize that they're playing a little faster curve. Okay, so now let's get like into the video right here, and we're gonna start with the mulligan, and I think you guys can see why I mulligan this hand right away, and that's because we don't have an answer. We might have a reduction event, but that reduction event's not even live till we have 10 cards in the trash, and we have a who's who, but we have no reduction combined with that. So then, like, if you see in mulligan, now we have a who's who for that backup reduction, like backup KO. We have an Ice Age, which is really good, and then a Suru. So let's start the game off from here. And yeah, so I go first, and you know, we're gonna play the Spandam on through, and then we're gonna grab the Spandine. This is really good in our hand. Now we can play Lucci out of the trash, which is pretty good. Not milling another Ice Age is not what I want to see, but unlucky. But at least we have one in hand. And they're at 2 Dawn, so they can't ramp here. So now we're at 3 Dawn, and I'm gonna play another Spandam, and then probably just swing 7. And it looks like I miss, and I mill another Ice Age. So this would really be like a really tilting game, but like it turns out I'm on a really good spot with my hand though. So I like to keep my mentality up because, you know, I got a Lucci in the trash, so that's like pretty good. We can bring it back out with Spandine if we need to in the future. So yeah, we're gonna end the turn, and now it's Purple Luffy's turn, and they're going to 6 Dawn. So they have like, they could play like Sangoro or like Kid, leave. So they just play Bon Clay and swing 7. So now they're at 7 Dawn and going to 9 Dawn, leaving them. They could play 9 Mon next turn. So let's just see what they do. We're just gonna clean up that Bon Clay. I don't want to use that Ice Age yet, just because Ice Age is such a good card to have. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing 5 -1 to it, and I'm thinking about doing that Suru Rebecca Brook play, just because it doesn't cost any bottom decking stuff out of the trash, and I don't have to get that Lucci out anytime soon. So I'll save that for later, and I'll go ahead and play Suru -3 to it, and bring the Brook out. And the Brooks plays of the trash, and boom, we got a pseudo blocker, so he has to swing into it, plus that Rebecca that blocks for the pseudo blocker as well. And then yeah, look, so he's gonna just probably swing 6 into the Brook. Yeah, and he's actually going to, am I like mistaken? Why did he go to 8? Maybe I'm tripping. But yeah, so he goes ahead and plays Luffy Sangoro, and you know, I saved my Ice Age in this spot, so I'm able to Ice Age that, Tempest kick the other one, so that brings it down to both down to 2. And then I could have played what is it? I could have played fucking Gecko this turn, I think, right? Because I was, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I couldn't have played Gecko here, so this is a really good play. But and then the next turn, like whatever big body he plays, I do have that Gecko set up, so I have Tempest Kick plus Gecko, which is pretty good. So I can KO up to a 5 cost, plus like within the trash. If I have a Suru or something, I can KO a bigger body. But I didn't go ahead and record more of this game because this was mostly just me testing against myself. After this point, I kind of like saw, this is kind of what I just wanted to show you, is like how strong it is to get rid of those early bodies and keep those reduction events in hand. But yeah, as you can see, I play the Lucci, have to get rid of most of my trash, but I'm able to just clear both those bodies. And in this spot, like with 4 cards in hand, and Purple Luffy just being in this tough spot, like it's really hard. It's in a really tough like situation on like what they can do here, because my board's kind of wide. I have 4 life. I have a Gecko coming down, and this is kind of exactly what you want to see in terms of a board. So that's the video, guys. And before I catch y'all leaving, I just want to talk a little bit about my playmat business. You guys don't have to buy anything by all means. This is just a little thing I do for fun. I have these top loader cases on here for like $12.99. They're really cool. I use them on all my decks. You can like put stickers on them and shit like that. And then on top of that, I just created these like art design mats. They're really cool. This is an old one I used to have, but they're on sale right now. So if you like, you know, and you want to support me, you can just check out these products over there. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And the Blackbeard video will be coming out tomorrow. Hope y'all are having a great week. Peace.